What is going on, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about cheat meals. A lot of people watching this, myself included, we're on fat loss diets. We're trying to lose a little body fat, build a little muscle, look good naked. That's the goal. Something that always comes up that I get a lot of questions about that I think people don't quite understand is the concept of a cheat meal. How often can you have a cheat meal? Should you wait a specific amount of time after being on a diet to have one? Are there any benefits to it? Are there any negatives? Is there a right or a wrong way to do it? My goal is to answer all of these questions in this video. So without further ado, if y'all are ready to get an epic video underway, then as always, man, I'm ready to do it for you. Let's do it! Yeah!
You're only gonna see me where I'm paid to be. I'm only watching TV if I'm watching me. Got it out the mud, now my Jordan's clean. Diamonds on me, dancing, let them drip on me. Bring a couple bottles, put it on my...
And speaking of cheat meals, if you want the only protein bar that tastes like you're cheating on your diet, then you need to give ANABOLIC a try. Death by Peanut Butter, which was a GNC exclusive, which in my personal opinion is my favorite. Tomorrow, Thursday, August 1st at 10 a.m., it's going live on our website, theanabar.com. So if you want to try it out, mark your calendars. This will now officially be available over there. I'm telling you, try this thing out. It'll literally be the best tasting protein bar you've ever had, regardless of which flavor you get. Appreciate the support, guys. Now let's get to the video. Now first, let's define what a cheat meal is. A cheat meal is any meal that you eat while you're dieting that causes you to go over the calorie goal that you set for yourself or causes you to significantly miss one of your macro goals. So for example, if you're dieting on 2,000 calories and you need 200 grams of protein a day, if at the end of the day you eat a pizza and you finish the day at 3,000 calories, that's a cheat meal. If for some reason you still hit 2,000 calories on the day by eating that pizza, but it was a cheese pizza and you were 70 grams short on your protein, that's a cheat meal. In regards to weight loss, the second option, hitting your calories and missing the macros, would be the preferred method, but both of those would be cheating on your diet. So in the simplest terms, a cheat meal is basically just cheating on your diet. Some of us live a life of constant cheat meals. Some of us do one a week. Some of us don't cheat at all. Like Hugh Jackman getting ready for a new Wolverine role. He's not cheating. And look, I'll be the first to tell you, I love a good cheat meal. I love food, right? That's one of the greatest pleasures in life. I don't believe you truly know heaven unless you've had a cheese stuffed crust pizza with garlic butter drizzled over the crust. We fought in wars over that. So I'm not saying you can't have a cheat meal, but what I am saying is if you want to stay lean long term, if you don't want to undo all the progress from the previous week, if you don't want to have to do extra cardio, diet extra hard, cut your calories even further just to make up for a cheat meal, then follow what I'm about to show you, because on this diet I'm on right now, these have been a game changer for me. So first let's talk about the benefits of cheat meals, right? It's not all negatives. There's some good stuff. When you're on a diet, when you're counting macros, you're probably eating a lot of the same foods. If you're following a traditional bodybuilding diet, you're just trying to eat clean. That's a lot of chicken, rice, broccoli, eggs for breakfast, things of that nature. If you're eating out of my cookbook, you got tons of variety and it tastes amazing. But I know not everybody does that. So what a cheat meal can do is give you something to kind of look forward to at the end of the week. If you got a favorite restaurant down the street, if you've been craving pizza, if your relationship's in shambles because of the diet, use this as an opportunity to take her on a date. This can also be a good time to do a refeed. If you're eating a low carb diet, we can replenish the muscle glycogen, help fill your muscles back out. You look better. You'll have more energy. You can get mental clarity. There's a lot of benefits you can get from a cheat meal when done right. And we'll get to how to do them right here in a second. But first we got to cover the problems with cheat meals and where I've fallen short in the past and where I think people frame it up in their head wrong. A cheat meal should always be one meal and not an entire day. You can do enough damage to your diet in one meal, let alone spreading it out all day. You can literally undo 2 weeks of progress in one day if you're not careful. So first off, keep it to one meal. Secondly, if you want to do it right, and calories still need to count, aka portion control. I'm super guilty of this in the past. I'd be dieting hard all week and then Saturday night came and it was nothing to eat a large pizza and get ice cream, which ended up being somewhere in the ballpark of about 3,000 or more calories. And when you do that, instead of having a calorie deficit for every single day of the week and really getting that true pound of fat loss, you're negating 3 or 4 of those days all in one meal. And besides all the physical stuff, there's definitely the mental stuff, right? If you've been dieting consistently and let's say you're down 20 pounds and you're feeling really good, then you have a big cheat meal, lots of inflammatory foods, you go over on your calories. Maybe you throw 5 alcoholic beverages into the mix. You can quite literally gain anywhere from 5 to 10 or even more pounds in quite literally one day. Now that's obviously not all fat, right? But it's water and inflammation. In the past, I would wake up on Sundays up about 8 pounds, and it took me till about Wednesday to get the inflammation and water weight off, which even knowing that it's not actual fat, you just feel terrible all week knowing that that number on the scale isn't where it should be. It's kind of like if I had a home project and I wanted to paint every room in my office black, and I was almost finished, but once I got to Saturday, I put put a white tarp over half of it. And then as the week went on, I slowly peeled it back. It's like, I know that it's still painted, but I like seeing the progress. And let's not forget to mention the binge eating that can take place. I'm super guilty of it. I know a lot of people struggle with it, and it just kind of gives you a really like unhealthy relationship with food and dieting as a whole. Now, if you guys have been following the channel, you know I'm in the middle of my own little shredding program right now. I just started the 7th week yesterday, and in that 6-week period of time, I'm down roughly 21 pounds. And on old diets, I would have had my cheat meal on Saturday. Today would have been Tuesday, and I would have been bloated. I would have been up in weight. I wouldn't have been feeling good. But the way that I've implemented my cheat meals on this diet, the rules I put in place have been such a game changer that I'm actually hitting new low weights on Monday mornings, which is absolutely unheard of for me. It was usually always Friday because the cheat meal was so bad. By the time we got all the way around to Friday, I was just then getting all the BS off from the weekend before. Very unhealthy. So I almost felt like I needed to break all this down for you guys just because of how much it helped me. And I'd actually went around to a few different fitness YouTube channels. One in particular, shout out Mike Israetel at Renaissance Periodization. Love his videos and information. But I took all that information and kind of created my own little set of guidelines, which I'm gonna share with you guys. And I really think this is the best way to approach a cheat meal. So like I said earlier, no matter what, calories still count. So when you're having your cheat meal on that day, we don't have to necessarily focus on the macros, but instead we'll focus on the calories. And here's the idea. If you watched my video on how to find your own macros, what all of it even means, then you're gonna understand what I'm talking about. If you're still confused on all of that or how much you should be eating, make sure you watch that video. Like I always say, just winging it on a diet and trying to eat healthy or just eat my recipes without necessarily tracking calories can give you results. You can lose weight and build muscle if you're coming from a standard American diet. But if you want to guarantee your results, using the macro approach is really the best bet. So check out that video if you need the info. But essentially on your cheat meal day, whatever your goal calories are, right? Right now I'm eating about 2,200. We can take those up anywhere from 500 to 1,000 calories. So if I'm being a little more conservative, that 2,200 will become 2,700. And if I really needed it, I could raise it all the way up to 3,200. What this will do is ensure by adding 500 that we're literally eating just at maintenance. So we're not gonna gain any actual fat. And then at worst, only eating 500 calories over, we'll end up doing barely anything negative to our overall week as a whole. But if you can keep it at that 500 mark, it's literally a net negative and we didn't lose any of our progress. And the second rule is gonna be figure out what you're gonna eat beforehand. Using the MyFitnessPal app, you can find dang near any single food on there. If it's not in MyFitnessPal, almost every website for anywhere you'd want to eat is going to have a nutrition facts section. You can literally look it up and then key it into your macro app manually. And I'm more of a volume eater, so I prefer foods that I can have a lot of, right? So your average spicy tuna roll is like 260 calories. If I'm going for sushi, I might get 5 or 6 of those. Whatever I'm fitting into my plan, boom, perfect cheat meal. If I was craving pizza, let's say, and I had the calories, a Domino's thin crust pizza is around 1,200 calories for a large. I can fit that in easily. If I don't have quite that much, a mod pizza that I build myself, I could throw some grilled chicken, spicy Italian chicken sausage on it, some Canadian bacon, 832 calories. A Taco Bell crunchy taco is 170 calories. A burger and fries from a restaurant down the street that I love, Ramble Creek, is around 1,200 calories. Having these staples that I rely on, that I can key into the MyFitnessPal app, I plan in advance, I pick out what I'm gonna do, I eat around it all day, and boom, I'm good to go. And the third rule that I have is on that day, I'll try to get some extra steps in. Normally, well, all the time, every time, I have my cheat meal on a Saturday. So while I may be working, there's a part of the day where, you know, I have some free time. So what I'll do is perhaps go for a little walk outside, maybe a walk in the house. If I'm at the gym, maybe walk on the treadmill a little bit more. But if I do know that I'm gonna be cheating, right, because these calorie amounts I gave you for these foods, they're really approximations. When someone else prepares it for you, you never truly know that it's exactly what you're calculating. So I do like to get extra steps in just to burn a few more calories. That way, if these happen to be a few more calories than what I keyed in based on who was preparing it, I got a little bit of wiggle room. That one's not absolutely necessary, but I do think being extra active in general on a day you're gonna eat more is really only gonna be beneficial. And the fourth rule, if you are weight training and you're doing like a typical bodybuilding style split, it's always best to put your more intense days on that cheat meal day. So if you got a leg day, or you got a back day, or a day where you have particularly higher volume than other days, put it on this day because your recovery will benefit from the extra calories and you'll burn more calories with a more intense workout. And then the fifth rule pertains to alcohol. I'm no prude, people. I love to party, but after being brutally honest with myself, I had to realize that hardcore intense partying and trying to be in really good shape, they don't really mix that well. Because what ends up happening is the vibes are good, you're feeling great, you have 7 or 8 drinks, which are gonna average around 100 calories a drink, and then once you get home, the the munchies hit and you're ordering 10 cheesy gorditas from Taco Bell, which you're not only gonna feel like crap afterwards, sleep like crap, but it's much easier to wake up the next day and feel so bad that the idea of even getting back on a diet sounds like hell. And then you're just like, you know what, we'll start on Monday, which means you eat like crap on Sunday, and then it starts sliding into the next week, which is never good. Speaking from experience, never good. So if you're gonna drink, as with all things, track those into your calories, and I would say keep it anywhere from 3 to 5 drinks without going over that, depending on how long of an outing you're having. Because once you start to get that, you know, that really good buzz going, it gets much harder to really care about your diet. You just start saying, well, fuck it. It's so easy to do. Remember, as with success in most things in life, especially dieting, discipline and self-control are your best friends. And if you're serious about losing weight, living healthier, feeling good, looking sexier, then the last thing you want to do is go to the Cheesecake Factory and eat until you're miserable and feel like you're going to explode. Having a plan, being accountable, following these rules, and waking up the day after, maybe up a little bit of weight, but nothing crazy, weight that'll disappear by Monday, is a much better feeling than that temporary window where you stuffed your face, ate like a glutton, and then proceeded to hate yourself for the following 5 days. Choose long-term results over temporary pleasure, you'll be a happy camper. There we have it, folks. That's basically the cheat meal protocol. I've been following this. I feel incredible. Today's a Tuesday. Hold on. Woo, right? Still lean, still tight. Not too shabby. I wouldn't have done that around a year ago when I cut last time because I would have been bloated as hell today. But new protocol keeps me good, feeling good, sleeping good, and still able to get all the benefits of the cheat meal. And for sure, one of the hardest parts of dieting is when you're eating a certain way for a while and you have foods you love, and you end up pushing them all to the side, and now you're eating bland, boring chicken, rice, broccoli, sweet potato, tilapia, egg whites. It can get old, I get that. But I think what's really helped me is still eating the foods I enjoy, like the pizzas, like the ice creams, like the burgers, yet, like I said, no such thing as a bad food, only bad ingredients. I just make the right version, the anabolic version, high protein, fits into my macros, and I never really end up feeling like I'm missing out. So if you're craving something, check out any of the videos on my channel. I have a ton of recipes on here. You can make really whatever you want. Just have that fit into your macros and boom, craving crushed. Not even gonna feel like you're on a diet. If you want all those recipes in your pocket, don't forget, I have a cookbook, the RGF Anabolic Cookbook, which you can find at the first link down below, that has every one of those recipes in there, some that aren't even on the channel, over 350 pages. And the best part is every time I drop a new recipe on the channel, it gets added to the book for free. You just gotta go download your updated copy free of charge. And I know for certain, if you follow us in this book, you truly do, you'll see results no matter what. You just gotta do it. If that sounds good, hit the link down below. I know if you do and you follow us in here, you won't regret it. And with that, folks, we're out of here. Thank you guys as always for stopping by. If there's anything I forgot to cover in my little cheat meal protocol, let me know down below. If there's any steps you think other people should follow, let me know down below. If someone has a question, I try to get in here and answer questions, but I get busy sometimes. If someone down there has a question, you got an answer, reply and help them out. I'm a big believer in karma. You do good for other people, it's gonna come back to you. So help someone out. Make your day better, make their day better, so win for everybody, baby. If you ever like the clothes I'm wearing, like this Young LA cutoff, or more specifically, they got some of the best shorts in the business. Comfy, pockets for your wallets, nice fit, literally all I wear. YoungLA.com, my code RGF will save you money. They got stuff for men and women, quite literally everything. If you check them out, I'm sure you'll find something you like. Make sure you follow my second channel down in the description box. I had some new music just dropped, some music videos. I appreciate all the support on that. If you don't like rap, I probably wouldn't check it out. You've been warned. And finally, if you want me to make you a meal plan, break down your macros, break it down meal by meal, do all the work for you. That way, all you got to do is follow the plan to see results. Then head over to my website, RemingtonJaysFitness.com. I'll send you over a questionnaire. You'll fill it out and we'll get started. All right, people. With that, we're out of here. Appreciate y'all as always. Death by Peanut Butter tomorrow, 10 a.m. theanabar.com. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I will see each every one of you at the next video. See you guys. We gone.